I've still got this this lawnmower. This what was it? Is it home base or a screw fix? I can't remember. But I've still got this lawnmower. What happened was I got it to run, but I couldn't get it to run properly on its own without spraying a bit of stuff in there. So I think what I'll do is I'll take the carb off, give it a good spray out with a bit of carb spray, and see if we can get it to actually go. Hopefully we will. It's been sat outside for quite a while now. It's been a while since I got it, but yeah, let's have a look. So here we go. We got the bowlers off. I've given it a bit of a clean, just a small clean to try and, you know, it was a bit grubby in there, and it weren't too bad. It was just a little bit grubby in there. So I'll give it a little bit of a clean, and got the carb off. Give that a little bit of a clean as well. Cleaned all the jets out. So I've used the old carb spray there. So, you know, giving it a good old blowout, good old clean out. So I took all the little jets out. We appear to have a fuel screw as well, which I wasn't expecting. You don't usually get these on these lawnmower carbs. I tell you what, these are better than the Briggs & Stratton ones. They're usually attached to the fuel tank. I knew it weren't going to be anyway, because we've got fuel tank up here. But they have the fuel tank down here, and you have a stupid little plastic carb that's not even a carb. It's just a bit of plastic. It does nothing. Well, I just had a check of something before I put it all back together, and I noticed that when the float was going up, the little needle wasn't coming back down again. And this is that's the little needle thing, that thing there, that goes in this little hole here, and when the float goes up, it pushes that, and that's supposed to go up and down, and that stops the fuel from coming in and out. Now I thought this is a bit odd, it weren't really working, so, but now it does. You can blow through it and it works fine now. So I'm going to put the noodle thing back together, put the float and that little clip that's on the floor down there, see that little clip, and the float and the little thing, and put it all back together, and then I'll try and start it. Right, I'm going to attempt to try and show you. Hopefully you'll better see that when I move the float up and down, there's a little needle with a little black thing pretty much in the middle of the shot. Can you see that? It goes up and down now. Now as the fuel comes in, the float starts to rise, and that little needle's a valve, and it stops the fuel coming in there, and it stops it. And as the engine uses the fuel goes down, and you see the little needle valve come down. You must be able to see that. So now it's working. It was stuck up before. Now it's working fine. I've oiled it up and cleaned it all. So now we should be all go ahead now. Right then. Let's see what happens. Just put it all back together. I've left the air filter off just in case. And let's see. Interesting. This primer bowl doesn't seem to want to work very well. So what I'm going to do, I don't know why the primer bowl doesn't work. Spray a bit of carb spray in there, no, look. Oh dear, my handle holder pair of mole grips has fallen off. It seems to be that the old revs need to be picked up a little bit. So I'll pick those up a bit. Let's see if we can do that screw in a little bit. Speed it up a bit and see what happens. Doesn't really like starting for some reason. But I did get it to run, so you never know, do you? I think we're getting here a bit closer now. It fell off again. It fell off again. But when we've got the air filter on, it'll obviously run a lot better. Should start better and all. Now, if we richen the mixture up a bit, we'll richen the mixture, we'll stick a bit more fuel in, and like that, stick a bit more fuel in, it might run a bit better even still. So there we go. That's how you diagnose and fix a lawnmower that doesn't want to run. Now, just so that I can show you, look, so that you know, in case you've got one of these. Oh bloody hell, what's going on here? Right. In there, can you see, let's have a look. You see that little brass screw there? That's the mixture. Put some more fuel. If you turn it out, you get more fuel. Turn it in, you get a bit less. And there's like another screw here. That's your revs. And if I can adjust this light, maybe we can. I don't know, man. It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky dicky. Ah, there we go. Now we can get in there. Right. So you can see this other screw. God bloody hell. What's going on here? Right. That other screw, the silver one, just there. That silver screw there. Right. That's your revs. That pushes the throttle. Turn it inwards and it will turn the revs up. Screw it outwards, back towards the back of the mower, and it'll put your revs down. So if you want to turn the revs up a bit, cut a bit longer grass or something, you can turn the revs up. And if you turn them back down again to do whatever you want. I've set it to, because a lot of people don't know and they might want to cut a bit of long grass and they think the mower can't cope. It's not that, they just need to turn the revs up a bit. So I've set the revs a bit high, because when this mower gets sold, you never know what they're going to use it for. There might be a bit stupid people, so You have to kind of set it generically to work generically with most things. But yeah, so it's nice and dandy now. Sweet. Lawnmowers, little lawnmowers like this, little engines, are very easy to repair. Have a look at this. Some of you will like this. This is, I'm not entirely sure. I dare say some of you geeks will be able to tell me exactly what this is. But I think it's a model of a 262. It appears to be quite old. I don't really know who makes it. Oh, there's some stuff written on there, look. Made in England, blah blah blah. Hoover model. Oh, there it is, 262. It even says it on it. Blimey, there we go. So it is. It's meant to be for a doll's house. I've got, when I got it, I also got a chest of drawers, a sink, an old television, and a chair with it. Because, I don't know, I like to collect little stuff, all handmade out of wood. This obviously isn't handmade, it was obviously made specifically for a doll's house or whatever by that company on the bottom there. I thought it was rather good considering I've got a real life 262 in a lot worse condition than this little model is. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was really good, and some of you vacuum geeks will like this if you watch this video. It's not what I'm going to be doing now, but yeah, pretty good, eh?